My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. Would y'all say that I'm overreacting if I said I am heartbroken? Because I am genuinely, wholeheartedly heartbroken. What's good, y'all? Your boy, Mr. 2K God, your boy, Mr. Heartbroken God, your boy, Mr. j.cole. How in the world could you do this to us, God? And we're back up in this bitch. This has came to quite a shock. It's just, I cannot believe any of this that is happening right now. If you're out of the loop, I don't even think you should be out of the loop. I think you already know what's going on right now. This is something I can't even like, dude. You think someone in my family died with how I'm reacting, dude? I reacted this way when my friend told me they were about to have a baby. This man. So if it's like I said, if you're out of the loop, j.cole on his Dreamville set said out of his goat mammoth motherfucking lips, he said that he regrets that diss track that he made on Kendrick. Now, as we all know, on Friday, My Delete Later came out, and we were all obviously anticipating to see what he would say on that diss track. I'm still keeping the same exact straight lane. I still think that the diss track was weak. It ain't on nothing biased. It ain't on no other type of thing. I just personally thought it was weak. I personally think that he really didn't even say much on there other than that Kendrick has a weak discography or something like that, and, you know, he only averages, you know, a certain amount of bars per a certain specific amount of months. But to me, it's like, you know, that's just a subjective opinion, and I feel like he personally, to me, could have came a little bit harder than that. But what makes me extremely shocked is the apology that he said, because as we all started off with this, when the Like That track came out, you know, it's like I said, I was extremely excited. The hip hop community was extremely excited because what Kendrick did was it light jabs 100,000%, but that is what we needed, because no one else in the game is doing that. No one else in the game is saying, forget the other two of y'all, nah, I'm the best. And that starts up some great competitive competition. But to see that competitive competition stripped away just like that, it makes me extremely heartbroken. Now I have this question. Cole fan, I need y'all to explain to me how you guys feel, because, and I have to ask y'all how y'all feel, mainly due to the fact that there are some people out there that thought that Kendrick got bodied. So now I have to ask you, do you now think Kendrick was bodied even when the man that made said track thinks it was corny and regrets that? This man j.cole said he could not I'm gonna keep it a beat with y'all. There's some things as a man that you just don't say. An apology is fine. Admitting regret is fine. But saying that that man had you restless for the last 2 days is crazy. You could have went 6 feet deep with that one. You did not have to say that. But then again, we have to do that 180 and then look at j.cole and be like, you know what? That's just simply, quite frankly, the kind of man that he is, bro. j.cole has always, we know his track record. j.cole has always been looked at as an extremely good, dope, nice guy. And I personally believe that. What he spits on the mic proves that he is all about positivity. He is all about uplifting the culture. But, you know, for me, what I wanted through all of this, you know, I didn't want no goddamn Nas versus Jay-Z type shit where niggas is saying they have dick sucking lips. I didn't want any kind of Tupac and Biggie where, you know, this is going to start some whole kind of East Coast versus West Coast type of thing. I wanted like some, I don't know, Eminem versus Nick Cannon, 50 Cent versus Ja Rule, Eminem versus Ja Rule, and that's the kind of shit that I wanted, you know. I mean, nothing on that disrespect level, but something on the level of just competitive nature and not making it extremely personal. For example, that Drake versus Pusha T, that was personal. That was extremely personal. And with this, that particularly wasn't what I was looking for, and probably what most of the hip hop community was looking for. What we just wanted was a nice battle between two extremely great rappers. To see one of those great rappers then pull himself out and apologize and say he couldn't sleep for the last few days because of the decision that he made, that leaves a very, 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 very heartbreaking tone, not only for the community, but for music in general. Because for me personally, like I said, I never wanted it to get, to an extremely, extremely personal level. So, I am sad just to see like this immediately just be taken away. We already know Drake is probably most likely not going to say anything other than potentially throw subliminal shots on his next album or something like that. But the one thing that I feel disappointed for the Cole fans, because it's like I always say, I am a fan of all three guys. Certain people say I was glazing in my last video, but I gave an honest opinion. I feel like Kendrick is better. I listened to both Drake and J. Cole. I don't got nothing but love for all three of them, but I do in fact love Kendrick more, and I don't think I said anything that was showing that I had extreme bias for Kendrick, because I gave a proper opinion that can be subjective. But let's head on over to Reddit and let's see how everyone's reacted to this thing, because for the last 2 weeks, all these subreddits have not stopped talking about it. They have not stopped talking about like that, and now for this next week, everyone will most likely be looking at this and looking at it in pure distraught. I cannot believe this grown man. I cannot believe he said that, bro. I'm sorry, but as a fan, I'm so disappointed. How is J. Cole going to rap about being the best but not defend his title? I feel like I've been slapped in the face for defending him. Don't get me wrong. I understand if he doesn't want to disturb his mental, but then at least let Kendrick respond and then don't say shit back and let us and let this nigga stuttering and let us at least say he thought Kendrick versus what in the world? Is this nigga? I don't think his first language English. And here's the thing. I know Cole fans are really disappointed. And see, here's the thing, bro. I'm locking arms with y'all, dude. I'm disappointed too. I'm on the same level as y'all. And see, now I gotta ask y'all this. When y'all hear J. Cole talk about some tough stuff like how he was on that track, just like Final Surround said he can never rap about no tough guy shit ever again, what disappoints me the most in all of this is the fact that Cole didn't have more confidence, because I feel like if he had way more confidence in himself, I feel like we wouldn't even be here right now. And not only that, but what he was saying on that stage, I personally feel like from analyzing the words that he said on that stage, I feel like deep down inside he felt pressure to respond. He felt pressure to have to say something so he can claim his title, because the man literally did say, why am I being tested? Me saying that out of my mouth has me extremely, extremely, extremely shocked, and it has me heartbroken, because it's like, my brother, you got to be ready for whenever. Anybody can come at you whenever, especially when it's the best in the game. If you are out here saying that you are the best in the game and you're saying you're the best rapper alive, you need to be ready for whomever that could potentially be better than you and who's on that same level as you. You got to be prepared for if they come after you. And it's not even like Kendrick was coming after him in a violent, crazy way. He was just coming at him like, yo, I feel like I'm the best in the world right now. Nah. So to hear him say, it just felt like he, A, was pressured, and B, didn't really have much confidence in, the diss that he put out, which, has me a little upset. It just occurred to me that this entire sub is in middle school. Even though I am disappointed, and even though I am a little upset about everything that happened, I'm still happy that J. Cole followed his heart and went along with what he wanted to do, even despite me being very disappointed. I'm glad he followed his heart and just, decided to apologize and, decide like, hey, I am not that kind of person that particularly wants beef. I just want to be down on my straight lane, because like I said, he even said it on the stage, I've always been on down my own lane, down my own path. So that right there, it just proves like he didn't really want any beef in the first place, and that's nothing against him, but that's just the facts of the matter. Like he really didn't want beef around anybody. J. Cole subreddit, are y'all doing J. Cole subreddit, are y'all doing damage control? Because why am I not seeing recent posts? Is there damage control? The fact that Kendrick hasn't said a word since like that makes this all the more worse. I mean, then again, that is kind of how Kendrick is as an artist. We really don't see Kendrick going up on social media and then, replying to people. That's really not something that we really see a lot, especially when it comes to putting out another track. So, I mean, it's not really that. Although, I ain't even read what he. Dude, this man said he couldn't. I still can't believe he said that, bro. The man said he couldn't sleep, dude. Mans was having internal struggles these last few days, bro. What if the apology was just a play? Okay, dude, now you're just being delusional. What if this apology is a play to get Kendrick to respond in whatever way so Cole can come out and swing hard? Okay. Not with y'all making y'all own anime plot lines. I mean, I get it, but dude. So he opened his set with crocodile tears, and we all know what crocodile tears are. I mean, that can't be a coincidence. I could be reaching and coping hard with this post, but I think I'm gonna waver. My brother, you talking to a brick wall, because I promise you, Kendrick ain't responding. I'm promising you that, bro. We are not going to hear Kendrick for a while until the Heart Part 6 come out, bro. In my opinion, this switcheroo would most def make more headlines than if they traded diss tracks for diss track. I mean, dude, no, bro, because at the end of the day, you can't go on the stage and slightly kind of embarrass yourself in a sense, because if that was me on stage and I had to admit that I couldn't sleep for a few days and I thought what I did was corny and I regret what I did, I'd feel a little embarrassed if I had to admit that, because it's like I said, at the end of the day, you gotta have some form of confidence in yourself, and not only have some form of confidence in yourself, but then have to be able to admit, like, okay, what I made was not good, but I will make sure to come back even stronger. On one hand, I agree that if it genuinely felt wrong in the spirit, and see, that's the one thing that I personally feel too, dude. Like I said, even though I am disappointed, if he genuinely felt in his heart and in his soul what he was doing was not right, then I feel like, don't be too hard on the man, you know what I'm saying? Even though we are all as a community feel extremely disappointed, but Jesus Christ, I can't believe he said that, bro. On one hand, I agree that if it genuinely felt wrong in his spirit and he didn't like it, he shouldn't do it. But on the other hand, it's like, could you have not done the soul searching prior to the diss? Because now it just looks bad, and now you look like a clown as a man. Respect it, but guy, what's good with you? Yo, y'all need to go back to class. Commas, semicolons, periods. You niggas need it. I mean, exactly what this guy said right here. I'm on the same level with him. It's like, like that had been out for, I don't know, 2 weeks. During that whole 2 weeks, you couldn't have took some time to think to yourself. Like, I wonder where did it all hit J.Cole? Like, I wonder what made him start to think like, wow, that was a little lame. That was a little corny. I regret that. And I feel like, because, sometimes I feel this too, I feel like it probably hit him when the track officially released. But I agree with this guy a little bit. Why not take some time to think? What, and all that, what was the plan afterwards? If Kendrick would respond, would there be another follow-up from Cole? Would everything just be swept under the rug? What else would essentially happen? So, yeah. Bro said y'all cool over here. Now, I understand Cole's position on wanting his piece and not fire back as aggressively as Kendrick did. I mean, let's be honest. Did Kendrick really... I feel like we need to take a step back. Did Kendrick really respond extremely aggressive? I mean, with the tone of his voice, yeah. But, I mean, Kendrick just said that he's, he said he's the greatest rapper in the game. Is the man... extremely aggressive for saying that he is, has confidence in himself? It's like I said, though, it was the tone in the voice, the way he said it, which came off aggressive. So I will say, I will slightly agree with that. But I really was expecting for it to be a good battle. Whether he won or lost, he can't talk that ready for war, then back out when the fire is already lit. It goes back to the confidence thing. We heard it on that album as well, where J. Cole was referring to himself as a GOAT. He was referring to himself as the number one. And you know, we can't think for the man. We don't know where this man's, you know, head truly has been. We know that he couldn't sleep, but it's like I just really want to know where it all went wrong. That's all I want to know. Kendrick Lamar subreddit. Punch salutes Cole for handling the Kendrick. So now I can't read. After all this reading, now I can't read. Cole is a very genuine guy. I respect it. We often give in to external pressure and outside influences and act out of our own character. It's rare to have enough heart to make the correction. It didn't align with him, so he fixed it. In the same manner, he engaged. Salute. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna agree with Punch right here, man. He did something that was extremely out of his character, and I feel like as men, we should never, you know, do something that riles up our emotions, one, but number two, you know, something that riles up our emotions and it has us act out of character, and it's just something that simply doesn't align with him. Even though us as hip-hop fans wants this, you know, big battle and we want war and we want a battle between some of the best, doesn't hypothetically mean that J. Cole should also go along with that and give us that said battle that we all want. So, you know, yeah, it doesn't align with all of his goals and aspirations and stuff as a man. You know, it's like I said, we can still all be disappointed, but, you know, I feel like as long as he's happy with his own decision, that is pretty much what I think matters the most. All right, bro, who's making mangas, bro? And not only that, how the hell you make this in under 10 hours, bro? I don't know if this will happen. I mean, this will be something dope if it does in fact happen. Imagine if Kendrick comes back savagely on We Still Don't Trust You, which is coming out this week on this Friday, and he's on that too and responds back. That would be something crazy, because now let's pop in with another scenario. Now imagine if Kendrick does in fact come back, and imagine if Kendrick does in fact say something about what happened. Does Cole then say, nah, forget that, I'm not gonna let him speak like that? Or are we going to get the same thing that we got last night and he's just going to simply say, nah, that's not my lane, nah, I don't want none of those problems? That would be kind of crazy, Mr. Jermaine. That would be kind of crazy, cuz the person in the world thought J. Cole and Kendrick had real beef, nor did anyone want it to escalate. I agree with that. We were simply excited to see the best in the world compete in ways we haven't seen in a long time. Agree with that. Imagine Kobe apologizing for can't leave. Rest in peace to my nigga Kobe. My brother right here pretty much spoke for us all, or spoke for majority. I'm not gonna say for all, but this is pretty much facts. You know, we wanted to see a battle, and that battle was taken away from us. So yeah, I feel like I've said what I've needed to say. Disappointed, sad, shocked, hoodwinked, bamboozled, run amok, led astray. I'm pretty sure all of us are feeling like that. Run down to the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this situation. I feel like when it comes to hip-hop history, this will be something that will not be forgotten in a very, very long time. And I fully believe that a lot of people most likely will look at Kendrick a little bit differently now that he has said all of this stuff. Like, I don't think that was all an act. I think he genuinely meant everything that he said on that stage. Head down to the comments. Let me know how y'all feel. And not only that, I really do want y'all opinion on the album. I feel like because of Cole feeling pressure to do this, I feel like that has overshadowed the album, sadly, and has overshadowed, you know, the other tracks on that album. So let me know how y'all feel about, you know, Cole coming back and saying that he regrets what he did, and let me know how y'all feel about Might Delete Later, bro. There should be no reason why that album title is coming true, bro. So yep, something new, something different. Love y'all. Hope y'all love me too. Please consider subscribing. Please follow me on Twitter. I'm very insecure about my social media right now, so I'd appreciate it if you follow me. This is your boy, Mr. 2K God, and I'm out this bitch.